The architecture of honesty. The world is built on reinforced foundations, not for the weight of the buildings, but for the weight of the people inside them. In this reality, the weight is a physical law. A lie is a localized increase in gravitational pull, a leaden anchor that hooks into the marrow of the speaker. Elias wakes up in a bed reinforced with steel slats. He is a midweight, a man of average deceits. He sits up and the simple movement feels like lifting a sack of wet sand. He rolls his shoulders, hearing the grinding of bone against bone. Yesterday, he told his landlord the check was in the mail. That's a 10-pound lie. It sits on his left shoulder blade like a cold iron hand. He walks to the bathroom, his footsteps leaving faint indentations in the heavy-duty linoleum. He looks in the mirror. He is 30, but his neck is thick with compensatory muscle, built from a lifetime of fighting the downward pull of polite society. He splashes water on his face and thinks about the grand anchor, the lie he told his sister about their mother's final words. That lie weighs nearly 80 pounds. It sits directly on his sternum, forcing him into a permanent, painful slouch. He exits his apartment and enters the street. The city is a study in suffering. The sidewalks are crowded with crawlers, people so burdened by decades of fraud, infidelity, and corporate crime that they move on all fours, dragging their bodies across the concrete. No one helps them. To touch a crawler is to risk being pulled down by their field of gravity. Elias boards the subway. The train cars are equipped with industrial-grade suspension. He sees a man in a tailored suit, his face purple, his hands shaking as he grips a reinforced steel handrail. The man is a CEO, a politician, or a lawyer. Someone whose life is a skyscraper built on a foundation of sand. The man's weight is so great that the floorboards beneath him groan and spark. At the office, Elias works in truth verification. His job is to weigh people. A client sits across from him. "I've never used company funds for personal travel," the client says. Thud. The client's chair shatters. The man falls to the floor, pinned by an invisible force that just added 50 pounds to his chest. He wheezes, unable to draw breath. Elias sighs and writes a note. Claim denied. Subject is heavy. Elias leaves work early. He can't take the pressure anymore. The air feels thick, like moving through chest-high water. He meets his fiancée, Maya, in a park where the trees are bent sideways by the collective lies of the city. Maya is light. She moves with a terrifying, fluid grace. "You're sinking, Elias," she says, her voice echoing in the heavy air. "I can see the marks of the straps on your shoulders." "I'm fine," Elias rasps. Crack! The lie hits him. His knees buckle. He hits the grass, the grand anchor on his chest suddenly doubling in density. He realizes that if he lies again, he will never stand back up. He will become a crawler, a ghost in the dirt. "I lied about Mom," he screams into the dirt. "I changed her words. I was jealous." The sound of the confession is like a gunshot. Suddenly, the pressure on his sternum vanishes. The invisible iron hand lets go. Elias's body, conditioned to fight hundreds of pounds of pressure, reacts violently. He is launched upward as if by a spring. He stands, his spine uncurling with a sound like a deck of cards being shuffled. He stands perfectly straight. He is weightless. He takes a breath, a real, deep, effortless breath. Around him, the crawlers look up with hollow eyes. For the first time, Elias isn't looking at the ground. He is looking at the horizon. In a world of the bowed and the broken, the man who tells the truth is the only one who can see the sun